Hello and welcome, people of YouTube. I am Shadowhawk 2012 and this is Frozen Cortex, which I've played before under the old name, which was Frozen Endzone. And this is a game of robotic American football in the same vein of the Frozen Synapse games, hence Frozen Cortex as it now is. And I played a few multiplayer games with myself, Marion, Dylan's, and Slimeboy, and we all kind of agreed that while the game was very interesting, there were some problems with the version we had, which was early access and development, but the ideas behind the game were appealing. It's been formally released now, and I decided, since it was formally released, to have a couple of quick random games. By the way, single player mode, that's new, and also I like the single player mode. Which is odd, because this is a much better multiplayer game. It definitely is. It's supposed to be a multiplayer game. And I actually quite like the single player mode because it reminds me in an odd way of Speedball, the way they've done it. And yeah, the improvements they've made to this game, this is now properly going. I haven't seen yet the replay system screw up and show something completely different to what had happened, which it did in the game against Dylan's to much confusion. And I think generally it's a lot better polished than it used to be. I'm going to just introduce the game as we go here. We are going into a new game, a new league, and huzzah. So I'm going to do the updatey style things while I make my team, which is got to, probably going to take me a little while. We definitely want to be, we don't definitely want to be thwarting Automata. We want to be FC's Funball Squad. Because Funball is fun. It's the only ball game Friend Computer approves of. And it's a squad because it is a squad. Also changed my coach name. So yeah, updatey type things. Most importantly, I will be in America for the next week and a half. It's my brother's wedding. We're going to Orlando and we're taking a cruise through the Caribbean and heading back. So, huzzah, I'm going to be in a much warmer environment very soon. Huzzah for that. XXX, because I have no idea how many clones I'm actually on in the full Heel of History. The Field of Be Free. And it shall be a stadium type of that, because that looks fairly impressive. Our team colours will be... yeah, that seems to work there. Alternate team colours will be... yeah, so we will be ultraviolet or we will be infrared, depending. Gender is male. I will look like... which one of these should I look like? Who looks the least impressive out of any of these people? I shall be him, because that looks nothing like my actual face. Huzzah, and we shall have a... we need a happy face for this. So yeah, I'll be in America. I have a few things that I've queued up. However, this does mean I won't be able to adjust anything that goes wrong. Actually, yeah, we'll have a 10-2 smiley face. Huzzah. Stadium decoration, none for the moment. Robot model, HMV, robot face. I have no idea what these anymore. Oh, player names. I need to change the names of this. So, yeah, I'm going to be in America. It's going to be Slimeboy's wedding. So, huzzah, wish him well if you feel like doing that. I'll make sure he gets the messages along when we get around to playing football when we return. Yeah, other things. You might be asking why I'm doing this rather than Endless Space, and once I fact I like this game, you'll see why in a few minutes, I promise you. Once I come up with some names. I've got Ed209, for example. Big Eye. No, actually, that's not Big Eye. Luigi. Gordon O'Ace. And Scrub. No, Competent Parax. Competent Parax. Because Competent Parax was amazing. Okay, so we have our team. Yeah, so where is Endless Space? I'm kind of disinclined to continue that LP at this stage. For two reasons. Firstly, I'm losing quite badly. I did a video last week which I meant to upload. And it's gotten to a stage where, yeah, I was fighting them off. That video went very well in terms of me holding off the situations. But it's gotten to the stage when I just started recording. I moved on a few turns just to see the immediate future of how that Let's Play goes. The immediate future of how that Let's Play goes is basically I'm about to lose all three worlds to massive invasion fleets, and I can fight one of them off at a time. And if I'm lucky with that one, I can win that. It got to a stage where, no. I had to sue for peace. I did sue for peace in that video, actually, and then they continued to attack me anyway, which is exactly what I would have done if I'd been in their situation. But, you know, it didn't work. So, yeah, I'm gonna change my video. It's gonna be something I think that's more one-shot. Might even be Frozen Cortex, to be fair, because this can be one-shotted. But I want to do more of a one-shotty update video, or I might do something different. I might get back to doing different things with my update videos, rather than trying one long series. It works for a few of the things I've done, but the problem is, of course, if I'm updating with a series and people haven't watched the first few episodes of that series, they're not going to watch the later ones, or at least if they are, they're not going to be that interested in it. And while I do get my update videos out of the way first, this is 6 minutes of rambling I've just noticed already. Huzzah, I should get onto a game. In fact, game. So the league mode. Play the tutorial. We don't want to play the tutorial. We're going to the next event. So here we are. Newsflash. League to investigate shin augmentations and why blocking wins games and loses them. Hi, I'm Bob Jansky, and here at ECN we probably can't this new season, but taking a look back at the history of our great game. Think of it a way of welcoming our fans. If you've not seen Cortex before, you're in for a real treat. Coaches transmit the decisions to robots on the field who play out the action. Most teams are entirely subservient or personality-dampened players, while a few, like the Turek Foundation, run a couple of autonomous team members on their roster. Cortex grew out of the government's infamous Marlowe Decree, which severely limited safety constraints on human sports. Fans wanted to see the same high-impact tackles and helpful blocks they were used to. While virtual sports took off on their own, you can't beat the crunch of metal on metal. The Global Cortex League was formed in the merger of the two Western leagues 30 years ago. Since then, it's the dominant force in the game. The original 4 core teams, SXT Vision, Heavy Perspective, the Turek Foundation, the Armed Forces, hurrah for the Armed Forces, still take part in the league today. Running Cortex team is expensive business. Please join us in this exciting new season, the Robot Market. So, as you can see, we can spend our meager $100 to buy additional players, except that we can't. All our players have stats, and they are all mostly negative. Speed, intelligence, evasion, block, strength, resilience, chase, throw speed, and release speed. I believe that's release speed anyway. I haven't actually got too much detail into this. For now, though, we are effectively Brutal Deluxe. We have no stats. We are the worst team in the league. And we've got to win this somehow with our 10-2. As we go on to the next event. So, new sports lineup. Here is the sportsbook. We can now place bets on each of the games with our money here. And there are various odds. We can bet on our own Week 1 match, which is the... Where are we? Oh, there we are. Week 2. Where's our first game? I'm actually in the first one. Oh, there we go. So, we can bet on ourselves to win. And if we do win, we get $34 in return. We can... Oh, that's betting for the colonists to win, actually. We can bet massively for the opponents to win and then lose the game. And dear God, is that actually a good system to have? It actually encourages you to throw games. I love it. You're not necessarily going to, but the fact that you're allowed to do it is just amazing to me. Look at the colonists. My opponent will then call me Operator 703. Requirement for communication that grab and meshes the light network dance of the semiotic. I transcend to translate. We present robotic interests. We will leave this planet to reform and remake it, to recondition and repurpose. Homogeny, that filth adapted to a purity. We think together. Humanity, the most self-important of lost causes. Process acknowledgement, the continuation of the thread entwine the parameter. A worthy combat, Shadowhawk, XXX. No, I don't want to play against you. Because I'm playing a random game here. So, play the game. And now let's see what improvements they've made about 10 minutes into the game. I probably will do 2 matches because these are quite short. I think these are only 14 phase matches, and is it actually... Please don't say you've crashed. I've been praising this game for a while now, waiting for action. I believe the game has crashed. I was just praising you. Oh, fine. 2 moments. Okay, praising the game got it to work. In fact, it actually just unfroze itself for me, thankfully. So now we're going to go into the meat and bones of what Frozen Cortex now is. So... Oh, by the way, we now have 3 commentators. We have the man, we have the robot, and we have the energy being, entity thing. No clue what he actually is. He might just be another robot. And they have upped the dialogue as well. And dear God, it's not actually loaded at all, has it? This game is good. Trust me, this game is good. There we go. Right. Well, it's the first game of the for both of these teams. We did the right victory. We want to part this planet. Okay. So, let's just get rid of all of those messages and let's have a look at what we're doing here. So as you can see, this is the arena. We are playing in purple. The colonists, yeah, thank you for that, are playing in yellow. The ball is positioned there, and this is how the grid goes. The grid is the same regardless of which team it is. So one team, the yellow positions and the purple positions will swap when it's the next pass phase. It's 7 points if we're scoring a touchdown through their own coloured end zone. So they have to get the ball from there to there. I have to get the ball from there to there, but they start a lot closer to it. And they actually start with seemingly the same level of people, actually, looking at this. Okay, they actually start with the same level of people. So we can upgrade the teams as we go on. We need money to do that, and for that, we need to win. So, let's go and position some people. Hugbot Ed 209 is more of a defensive position piece at this stage. We'll run you up to there. Now this is where one of the visual improvements you can see. There is the interception arc. If I'm standing within that area, I will block any pass from that point across and out there. It is an incredibly useful tool, and it makes a lot of sense in a game where precision passing is definitely the thing to worry about. Here you can see there's not really a pass angle except through there. They won't do that anyway, but I want to move my position there. Next up, we'll see about our front people. You are reasonably positioned actually to go and chase, but I want to move you to there. Reason being, he's going to get the ball. I want to be in a position where I can sort of cover most of the way so he can pass through that. You, Gordon O'Ace, are in a much better position to attack. Parax is not really in a position to help out a lot of things, so what I'm going to do with Parax is move him down to here, on the assumption that he might run this guy up there. Now, Cortex-Frozen signups, I can sort of predict where they're going to go, and make predictive moves based on things. So at that stage, the ball will end. One thing they've improved, based on the previous game, is that the ball no longer starts directly over the robot, because that meant the first turn was always a failure. The game lasts 12 turns. A turn basically is any point until the ball is either picked up, caught, intercepted, a tackle is made, or a touchdown is scored. Those are the only things that end the turn. Everything else you kind of have to plan for. So let's prime and go. And now we see the outcome. By the way, I love the fact that they've now got a proper replay mode going for this now. So here we go, planning phase. So the rules of the game, in many ways, they're fairly simple. You can only advance. He can throw the ball sideways if he wants. He can, or he can run. He's got those two options. Now he's likely to be passing here. He can't pass backwards. Actually, he can pass backwards, can't he? No, he can't. He's not allowed to pass backwards. So he has to pass forwards. Because of the arcs we already are aware of, if he passes through the gap here, which is doable, he can only really get it along to there. Meaning, moving you up to there is probably going to deal with any pass that could happen this way. It could, it's unlikely though, I think. We don't want to move too far, because if we move too far, he's going to stand still and tackle my guy before he gets a chance to, which will be a bit of a problem. The other options he's got is passing into the open over here. This is unlikely to be what he's planning though, because I've got a lot of positional players here to cover this area off. In many ways, this is the safe area. He's most likely to be trying to pass over to where Parax is, because that makes a lot of sense here. If he tries to go over the top here, he's going to end up... Sorry, let me just bring out the pass button again. So he can't pass it into the gap there, which would be ideal if he could, I'll be honest. The best he can do is pass it to somewhere like there, and hope that happens. The problem is, though, if we look at where I'm moving... Let's undo that. I am blocking that entire arc of passing here, and I don't even have to do a lot of movement to do it. So all I'm going to do, really, is just move my guy into a position kind of there. Because I know he can't pass forward. I want to be able to block him. I'm just going to do that. That probably is going to be enough. If he runs over to the left, it'll be fine. The basic rule with tackling: if you are running, you can't tackle. If you are standing still, you tackle anybody who's running. The stats do have a general bearing on how effective that is, but as a general rule, if you're running at somebody who's standing still, they're going to tackle you. So we have to be aware of that. That's why you're not going to be moving very far. All I'm going to do is nudge you to there. I doubt this is what you're doing. You can make this pass, and in fact, that's a good move, actually, I've just noticed from you there. You can pass it to there, and that is actually a very, very dangerous pass for us. So, ignore what I said. I need to cover that arc off. Yeah, I'm going to make that move. If we go over this one, knowing what we already know about our current movement levels... See, the closer you are, the sharper the arc gets, but I'm fairly confident that if you make this sort of play, you're fairly silly. All I want to do is block off any potential run move through there. Up here, though, is where I think the ball is going to come into its own. And I've just realised how long I've been explaining this the second turn for, but this is critical. If I can get the ball here, I'm in very good shape. I just want to tackle here. I don't want to move very far, if I can do it. In fact, I'm going to cut these movements. I'm going to prime it and end. He can only make 3 passes. They all have to be forward, and if he runs, I think that prevents him from passing in the future. If he runs, he's going for the exit. So, let's see what happens. The ball is passed, and my guy gets there first. Now, you automatically move towards the ball if you've got that sort of thing going. So let's see what I can actually think about here. I've got the ball at this stage, and I've even got 2 bonus points for going over the blue section here. If I make a run, I'm not going to get anywhere. And my passing options are fairly limited. If I go for the pass, I'm probably going to get tackled. And it's not going to be successful in any case. So, I think my best plan here is to assume I'm going to fail. We're going to assume the failure is basically set. I'm going to move you into a position here. The plan? Block. Gordon O'Ace has a different plan in mind, really. Gordon O'Ace is going to be the optimist in a few odd ways. If I were to pass the ball, could I make the pass over to there? Because if I can prevent... I think this block's too easy for him. That's the thing. I think the block here is too easy. Oddly, that didn't think so. Hold on. Why's that happened? Oh no, you're stunned. Oh, okay, you're stunned. Right. But I've just noticed another problem here. That can't actually work. Because you can't actually get to the ball back there. Who designed this field? Seriously, who designed this field? Okay. Let's consider. So, knowing that then... And also, I need to check one other thing. Can he tackle me before that happens anyway? Oddly, it seems not, but I might be looking at that wrong. Sorry, bear with. I have a slightly higher view here. Is he stunned, or is he just not able to tackle me? I didn't move last time. I didn't have a movement before I did that. The only option I think is a possibility here. He has to cover my movement off here. So he's going to move somebody to there. He's stunned actually, so I wonder if I could actually steal a tackle here and get an advance on him. I'm going to go for a risky play here. And do that. You are going to make the run move up to here. I'm going to assume we're going to assume success. It's a dangerous thing to assume. At all times it's a dangerous thing to assume. Especially as most of our guys are forward. There is a lot of blocking positions, but I don't think we're necessarily in good shape for them here. I don't think this is actually working. But since we can't get over this darn Why is that there? Because I always had a touchdown if that wasn't there. I had the touchdown basically sorted out because he's stunned. Okay. He thinks I'm already contained, does he? Let's find out.
System prime.
Let's see how well this goes. I don't think it's necessarily going to go as well as I think it does. Tackle. Oh, that looks good. But unfortunately, he hasn't quite got the distance, has he? I think I'm going to be tackled. Let's have a look. And I think I'm going to get tackled with that. Yep, definitely. In fact, both of them are going to get tackled if I continue that move on, and I don't have a lot of options for getting it back now. That is never going to work. What I'm about to do here. This is never going to work. And I can't tackle over there because it just does not work. So, the best bet I think I've got here is a rather odd play. I'm going to call this the toss and grab play. I've tried this once before with Marigin, against Marigin, and it does kind of work. Oddly. Yeah, his troops are slightly better than mine, actually. Ignore what I was saying there. But I'm positioning for defense now. I'm imagining this is going to go poorly. So let's position up. He might go for the long pass and just overtake me anyway, but he's not got a lot of position to maneuver in. I want to see what happens with this move.
System prime.
Because I think he's going to go for the block. You might well go for the block anyway, but this could be genius. Oh, because now I'm in a tackle position. I think I've got him. I think I've got him. He's got the ball now. He's picked it up. That's why the phase ended, but he got the ball specifically. So he can only try and pass it. I'm going to see what happens if I try it. Apparently I've done it. That's enough. Darn it. I thought I had him. Okay. Where's my guy? Alright, ignore all of those. Darn it, my guy is occupying the exact same space as him. Yeah, I think my guy's either stunned or just isn't in a position, so I have to assume he's going to make a pass move play now. So, his potential pass plays. The long bomb up to here is definitely on, and that would probably be quite evil. In order to prevent that long bomb, I'm going to run you... Oh, no, not you. Potential flaws. I'm going to run you into position here. Now, that will stop anything going through that gap, and he might be quick enough to do it. You are going to stop anything which goes this way. I don't know what I'm going to do with you officially, but I'm going to move you into a position down here. Trait G is going to position up to there and see what happens. You... I'm going to prevent all movement too. So I'm now selecting my unit there.
System
Prime.
primed.
And we'll see if we get the tackle. So now I've stopped all his movement. He might get the tackle. Yes, he got the tackle. Oh no, the ball was thrown. Ah! Okay, that was a long bomb, and that is actually probably going to be touchdown. Darn it. I think that's touchdown. Yeah, that's touchdown. I can't stop that. I can try, but it won't work. Darn it. I've got my point down.
Prime.
I thought I had him tackled. I should have checked it, to be fair, but... Oh, I'm close, but I've not got the speed. I do not have the speed to stop him. Let's assume he's going to make it more as difficult as he can for me. I do not have the speed to stop him. Nah. Alright, prime and then turn. So he's going to go 7. He's going to go 7-2 up. Can't do all about that. He's even going to pick up the bonus points, I imagine.
Go.
Yeah. Seize now. Darn you! Correct run selected. Okay, next phase. So now it switches sides, so I'm going to have control of the ball. Now I'm going to have to play a blinder here, I feel. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to assume the aggressive move here. Parax, you are competent, sir. You are advancing. Trait G. Going to position there. You are going to position here, because I feel like it's a reasonable play for us at this stage. You are going to try and run down to here. Yeah, I'm going to assume things. I'm assuming I can get something to work here. I don't think this is going to work at all, especially not before I'm planning things. But you never assume your plans are going to work. That's why you plan them. It's why you plan in odd ways. And really, there's not a lot of places I can go on this map.
System Prime.
Alright, Competent Parax, lead us to victory. As you can see, 3 of them advance straight towards him, and this now gives us a much more limited number of passing options here. Especially as I've now got nobody in any kind of range here, have I? Alright. Oh, that could be a genius play if this works. As I say, I don't have the complete thing, but I do have that. I imagine this is going to be blocked. Yeah, kill all those. Get to there. Now, if he does intercept, which he's likely to do, I want to block him immediately. So you are going to stay exactly still. You're going to position up there. It's very, very certain what we're going to do from this point, it has to be said. I imagine this guy's going backwards.
System Prime.
But we're just going to prime and see. I'm going to mess around with moves at this stage. Prime and see. He immediately blocks that. That's going to be a second touchdown, I think. I don't have ways of stopping this. The only best thing I can do at the moment is go for the attack. If he runs past me, he runs past me, which would be a real annoying shame at this point. But he can't do a lot else from there. Competent Parax, you are proven to be not quite as competent as we would have liked. Also, the commander is really horrible. No, I do not want to play games. I don't know what to do with you anymore. I guess positioning you on this side is not necessarily a bad plan, so I'm going to make it.
System Prime.
The reason I'm moving him closer to other people is so we can sort of go for block chances. I don't imagine this is going to work. Oh, did my guy not... Oh, where's my other guy gone? I did not see where my other guy ran off to. I don't know why he ran off over there. Maybe this hasn't been fixed as much as I thought it has been. Okay. Pass is going to there, I think. No, the pass is going there. Then you're running. Luigi is going over to... In fact, Luigi might be in a brilliant and a blinding position here if I play this right. Yeah, we're going for this play. Because I think this is a lot... Oh, darn it, there's a blockade there. Okay, that's not going to work as well as I thought it did, so I might as well not bother with that. With that part of the move. Who knows how I'm going to get this to work, but I'm going to try. Pick up some bonus points at this stage. That'll equalise some of the deficit we've made. You... Gonna run to the end zone. Luigi, we only have 2 turns left, so I've got to make it in this or the next phase of attack. It's got to happen soon. And once I've got that ball, I need something to do with it. So you get to there. Parax, you're running down to there. Luigi, gonna run down to there. We're gonna basically set this up now. We're not hopeful, but if I can get a few more bonus points out of this turn, I can tie it in the next round. Right, so that's my 4. Oh, and I think that's an open gap. I think that's an open gap. Darn it! It's not it's not open enough. I pick up the ball and I'd lose, unfortunately. Darn it! Yeah, ball picked up. The only chance I've got then is to run the exit. It's the only chance I've got, and the only way I'm going to get this to work is if I can block with Luigi. I do not see this working. He's just going to position and stop. I'm sure he is. I'm going to hope for something here, but they're not that hopeful. Once he's there, it doesn't matter. Don't throw the ball in. Okay, you are running to there. You need to not throw that ball anymore. We are running for the end zone. It's ambitious. It's silly. I'm going to pause for a little bit here. Just so he's ahead. More to the point here. I'm not sure how this is going to work exactly, but I'm going to go for the silliness.
System primed.
Run in the end zone in the last turn to tie the game. Oh god, he's run away from... No, stop. Darn it! If I thought that... he predicted I'd go for the corner and that ended it. If I'd have gone straight, it would have worked. I might have even picked up some more points from that. Oh well, this is the cool thing about this game, though. The cool thing that now exists. I can actually now show you the full and complete game. Oh, it's tossed into the corner. I get it first. This is a rather, in retrospect, silly play. So I was hopeful I'd be able to tackle from there, but I didn't. Left myself open. He picked up the bonus points. Touchdown scored against me. And the restart. This is optimistic. This is extremely optimistic from competent Parax. He was, of course, competent. I don't know what quite happened there because I didn't set that up necessarily. Maybe he was chasing, but... Tackle was made. Ball was passed, and the end zone strike. If I had have gone left, it would have been... That's the one place I didn't cover. And that's the important thing here. You have to kind of try and cover everywhere. Well, anyway, this is Frozen. This is Frozen Cortex. We lost the first game against the colonists. We should have bet again. We should have bet on the colonists. We're around $100 though, so we'll get to improve our team a little for next time. Until then, folks.